go live. Okay.
Wake up, buyer payer people. It's a beautiful day. Go grab yourself another cup of joe and say hello to Jim and Michelle Rhodes on the Buy Here Pay Here morning show. Take it away, you two.
Good morning, everyone. A little technical difficulty there in the beginning. It said that we didn't get, it looks like we're not actually live on a couple of different stations. So we'll see if we can get that figured out. I'm fixing it right now, I think. Okay, fantastic. Hey, good morning. We're so happy to be here. Sitting in our hotel room at the Kalahari and Round Rock, Texas. Oh, I'm still trying to wake up. I know. I've already had sleepy buyer payer people. Such a fantastic last 3 days.
Really incredible.
Oh my gosh.
And just so I don't forget, we said it to them directly, but what a great job that the whole executive team does, and the entire crew at TIADA. They just put together a tremendous event.
Really, really amazing. We had the privilege of being able to attend the awards ceremony last night, and I just sat there at my table looking at all of these people and just thought, what an amazing group.
Right. Just,
really amazing group.
Great camaraderie. Like, it's one thing to have a state association where people are plugged into the association itself, but to have the camaraderie amongst the dealer members, and and that extends to the entire staff at the association. It's just incredible. So we were thrilled to be a part of it. Michelle and I did a presentation on Monday morning on business planning, and then yesterday afternoon we did a panel with 3 dealers from across the country
that weren't from Texas, but just powerhouses of dealers.
And the feedback was excellent. We appreciate everybody attending and making time to share with us the thoughts about the event itself. And I've got to make sure we mention that we're at 9:15. We've got 2 special guests joining us.
Oh yeah.
One from Florida and one from Pennsylvania. We've got a special presentation to be done. Just a little special presentation.
Special. So I've seen already that Bill. I mean, that man just, we woke up, we went to bed at a decent hour, Bill. And we woke up this morning and, like everybody else on the face of the planet, the first thing we do is check social media.
Right, of course, yeah.
And it's like, Jim, Bill was up at the after party till
people were posting live 3 hours ago.
It's no wonder that the lobby, when I went downstairs for coffee, was empty. Empty.
They were slurring words at 5 a.m. or whatever time that would have been, but
so good for you, and good morning to Martin too as well. I wanted to, if I could, Jim's been in this industry for a very long time,
20 plus,
and I'm relatively new, and I struggle, one, just to remember everybody's names, because I met so many people. But I kind of going back to this dinner last night, we and during part of it, they asked all of the people that were Quality Dealer Award winners to stand, and past presidents to stand. And I realized, because like I said, I'm pretty new to this industry, how many of people that we just would sit around a table at lunch or at dinner, and they just happen to be at the table and having these amazing conversations with these dealers that were just so personable and such a wealth of insight, and adding to the flavor of the conversation. And they're the ones that were standing up. And I was like, whoa, this is if it was a real tribute or a real testament to dealers helping dealers. I mean, that these people that are from leadership, and those, there's a reason why they wear quality dealer medals or
Right.
whatever, that they're just fantastic individuals. So
Yeah, and they were all so welcoming to us and just so cordial and yeah, so we were thrilled to, be part of the event, and we look forward. We made sure that everybody knew
oh my
you
goodness.
can count on us to be involved in anything and everything.
Yeah, just
We're
let us
all
know.
in. Yeah.
Absolutely. Amanda Sanchez. Good morning, guys. I was up a lot at night with a baby and saw Bill everywhere too.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, so great. So, yeah, just great, topics and all of that. It was a pleasure, really, to address the whole crew at the business planning
I'm gonna
session. It was
forget
really
people. I would love to go through and list all the
and we
people that
will
we saw,
forget a lot of
and so many
people.
people from that we had some people that we finally got a chance to meet from. We've known them from social media.
Hmm.
Quickly about those. Some of them we'd met before, but Gr Moore, who's very active in the BHP Success Group and
Yeah.
boardroom. Uh, then Sergio Valdez Jr. We got a chance to meet Sergio as well, and have some fun photos we're putting out there on social media from last night. And so yeah, it's just, that's part of the beauty of these events, is being able to connect. For us, it's about connecting with vendors and kind of making sure those folks know what we're doing and what we're up to, and then catching up with them on their products. We got updates, got updated demos on a couple of things, and so yeah, just it's really always wonderful for us in that regard. But then just meeting the dealers that we talk to
Oh,
regularly, it's great.
if you don't make it a point to go to your state conferences or to the national or whatever, you really should.
Yeah.
And Texas is the Texas Independent Automobile Dealers Association conference is really top notch.
Yeah, the conference is just kind of the pinnacle of the year. Like it's, throughout the year. And one of the things we witnessed last night is, it was really great to see inside how much work has gone on. We watched Michael Dunnigan receive his Lifetime Achievement Award as the attorney for the
Oh my,
TIADA, and rattled off all the accomplishments that they've achieved. So many that have been achieved for Texas dealers. And it's just one example. Like, if anybody's listening to our voice, YouTube, if you're not a member of these success groups, you're not a member of your state association, please find your state association, get connected to that. Everybody needs to know that when you write that check to your state association, become a member there, you're automatically a member of the National Association. And so it's just such an important undertaking. If all that money did was protect and lobby for independent dealers, if that's all the money did, that alone would be worth the price of admission. But
absolutely.
there's so many more things they do.
Absolutely. To know that there's a lot of things that are coming up right now with different regulations and things that we have to be aware of
Right.
as dealers, and your state and your national associations are out there fighting for all dealers,
Right.
not just the ones that write a check, but all dealers, so that they have a fair and level playing field, and that they don't end up getting their hands tied. And
Sure.
and so, if you aren't already, again, that's my last plug for
Right.
today.
Yeah.
If you aren't already a member of your state organization, find the website for your state and join.
Yeah.
And if that's the only thing you ever do with them,
Yeah.
then it's money well spent.
Yeah. But you're missing out on a lot of educational
Yeah.
opportunities if that's
And
all you do.
I wanted to, Gr Moore, Jim said he saw you. I was like, where is he?
Yeah.
So I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to meet you. So I hope that the next
We
event
also
that we
missed the
have.
opportunity to connect Sergio. Sergio was wanting to meet GR, and so
Oh yeah.
I guess next time. It's a
Yeah.
reason to come next year to the event. They're moving the TIADA conference to the JW Marriott outside of San Antonio.
Yeah,
So that'll be next year, next summer.
And Nigel, we love you too.
Yeah. Good.
All right. So we it looks like we've got a couple people that are waiting in the wings.
Right.
And is there anything else you wanted to add? Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we saw and learned. Had a great meeting with Bill about collections and and underwriting.
Yeah, and we also, I want to make sure and give one more mention to. I don't know that Lawrence Mead is on social media, but to our panelists, in yesterday's panel, Darla Boer came all the way from South Carolina to be part of the event. Govinda Romero from North Florida, and so just to thank you again. I mean, even though I wasn't the one who covered their hotel, and I appreciate them being here, and I know the attendees got a lot of value from their contributions to the event.
Absolutely. So we've got a couple of special guests that are waiting in the wings that we wanted to be able to just take a little bit of time, and I'm going to try to connect to Rick. It looks like from my end it says that you don't have devices connected, so I'm going to try and see if I can get you out. It looks like it doesn't want to let me, so why don't you go ahead and back out and come back in if you don't mind, and see if that resolves it. But we do have Tommy. Hey, Tommy.
Good morning.
How are you?
Sounds like I'm better than you guys who were out having a little bit getting overserved last night. Sounds like.
No, that wasn't us.
That wasn't us.
We were we just caught up on social media this morning.
Yeah, we as we were leaving the event last night, we were like, "Aren't you coming to the after party?" It's like, "Are you serious?" And we're usually in bed an hour or two ago. We're just old. That's all.
Yeah, I hated to miss it. I just had some other things, but I will definitely be there next year for sure. It looked awesome on social media.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was an awful lot of fun. You talking to? Okay. We're seeing if we can get Rick in here. And let me tell you, yours and Rick's name came up an awful lot. You guys are pretty outstanding in the industry. Tommy, those of you guys who don't know who Tommy is, Tommy Brandis, he's the one that created Buy Here, Pay Here Success Group. And I'm just looking at it right now, and we're already at 3,400 members of that group. And that's a pretty amazing reach of something that you've created, Tommy. And so hats off to you for that. That's
thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. We added 80 members last week alone, and it's almost a part-time job now, just approving member. I might have to hire an assistant soon. Fortunately.
Yeah, right. I know that we're admins for the group just so that we can broadcast live in there, and so I see them come across my feed all the time. All the people that are asking to come in and join, and so yeah, if you're not a part of one of the Facebook groups, Buy Here, Pay Here Success is fantastic. A lot of people. Another one is Buy Here, Pay Here Boardroom too, which we broadcast live in. But so, what are you up to up in your neck of the woods in Pennsylvania?
Just talking to you guys, and then going down to pick up a car at the auction, and heading down to DC. We're going to the congressional baseball game tomorrow.
As
most know, my daughter goes to school in DC and lives in DC, and she scored a bunch of tickets. So we're going to go sit on the right side of the field, so to speak.
Oh, right on. Excellent. Jim's working with Rick to try to get him online here today, but I just, I know that you are a huge proponent of the national and the local organizations. Do you want to tell us a little about what you guys have going on in Pennsylvania, and some of the experiences that you've had with meeting and joining some of the conferences?
Sure. I just got the email for the policy conference for national in September, so I'm ready to register for that. Anybody who hasn't been to that is an awesome event. It's in September. But on our association, we have Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware currently, and we just hired a brand new executive director, John Odoricio, who comes from auction, years and years of high-level management auction background. So we're pretty excited about that, and been on the board since 2007, kind of done it all. And if you're not a part of your state association, at least become a member. And if you're a member, then go see if you can be on the board. Make a difference.
And yeah, absolutely. And it's just one of the things that we keep talking about. And I told you I was done plugging for state and national organizations, but regardless of whether or not you're a member, they're out there fighting for you. I mean, they're fighting for you. And there's it's really important to have a voice in what they're, and what's happening in legislature, and because it does affect you. So it looks like, do we have it
Are
fixed?
you there, Rick?
I am, guys.
Yay!
Nice, we got you. We had to go kind of the sideways route to get you in there.
I
So.
sat here watching Jim. It's like, okay, we're gonna try this. All right,
Yeah.
Rick, you there? Okay, we're gonna try this now. So glad that you could make it, Rick. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're so
Yes, you bet.
welcome.
We got Tommy on the line already, and so I might, if you gentlemen will indulge me just a minute, I'm going to kind of give a little background on what's happening here this morning and kind of how we came to bring you guys together. So first of all, let's recognize that the White Hat Way is about kind of spotlighting dealers that are out there, treating customers well, treating customers ethically, and so that's what that's why we started that. And then I have to share that, Rick, for me, it was 1997. It was Tommy. Tommy was before that, but he's probably much older than I am. And
92.
So, okay, yeah. But I started in Buy Here Pay. I started in the new car business in 95. I was invited into the Buy Here Pay Here operation in 97. They put me on a plane and flew me to Sarasota, Florida for 3 days. And I sat in a training course that your company put together. And that's where I met Rick Reeves and John Gifford and all the people from DCF back in those days. And of course, Tommy was plugged into the same Rick Reeves network. So for those who don't know Rick Reeves, I won't insult you, Rick, by calling you a grandfather of but let's a great uncle of Buy Here Pay Here. And so Rick is somebody who I want to have you first tell the story, Rick, about how you got introduced into Buy Here Pay Here. We know you as somebody who's been a pioneer on the software side. We know you have, many people credit you for creating some of the first Buy Here Pay Here in a box solutions. And so again, Tommy met you in early 90s. I met you in the late 90s, but you might just kind of share your background there. And then
Sure.
We're happy to give the microphone to you to make your presentation.
You bet. Well, thank you so much for that. So I had a chance in 1981 to go to work for my father-in-law and open the second dealership for him in Fayetteville, Arkansas, for America's Car Mart. And I was with my father-in-law business for 10 years. And every year for the 10 years I was with Car Mart, we opened 3 dealerships a year. And had a chance to develop software for America's Car Mart before there were PCs. And it really kind of changed my career path. It made me think about the business very differently to be able to help develop technology to support Buy Here Pay Here operations, because everything was being done by, we calculate interest by a calculator and manual ledger card. So it goes that far. It goes that far back. I just saw the emerging need for the Buy Here Pay Here software training and consulting, and so me and my wife purchased the copyrights to the software I developed for Car Mart, and we started initially Reeves Data Corporation, that very quickly turned into Dealer Control Financing, which was both software training and consulting, and got a chance to travel the country and help dealers set up Buy Here Pay Here dealerships. And then we did national seminars, and then we came up with a package called the DCF package that dealers, new or used car dealers could license, and we would provide software training and consulting, and that's where we had over about 120 franchise dealers that signed up, and those 120 went on to open about 450 Buy Here Pay Here dealerships, and many of those are still in existence today. And I think what I want to do today is I want to recognize and provide a light or present virtually. I'm going to be sending it to Tommy. I have it sitting in front of me, but I have a DCF Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's presented to Tommy Brandis for 30 years of outstanding dedication and commitment to the dealer control financing program. And I think as of June 1st of this year, Tommy celebrated his 30 years in the business, and I can't tell you how proud I am, because Tommy, I don't know if everybody knows your story, but you didn't start as a dealer, did you?
No, I started as a general manager.
Yeah. and now as an owner operator, and we have so many. There's a number of those success stories that people that started off as a manager, even some assistant managers, went on to be general managers, and there's a number of them like you, Tommy, that have gone on to be owner operators now. Whether it was the existing business they were in, or they started their own. And again, I can't be more proud of what you've accomplished, and I know it hasn't been easy. And the journey continues, right?
Oh, absolutely, Rick. I humbled. Don't even know what to say other than there's no crying and buy here, pay here.
Who said that? Nobody told me.
As Jim went here, beautiful.
That's awesome. So many memories. I have the people you're talking about are still friends of mine 30 years from now, the ones that are still in the business. I do have to say that the initial boot camp that Rick had, or training program, would be kind of the equivalent to a SEAL team for buy here, pay here.
Nice.
It was a 5-day training, 14, 15 hours a day. Just absolute, everything totally immersed. I walked in not knowing what buy here, pay here really was, and walked out knowing how to do a payment arrangement and how to appraise a car and take an application and the whole 9 yards. And I'm a testament. I still use the DCF way today, and I still have the same software basically. I've had 30 years, and a fantastic program back then, and still holds a test of time today. So I appreciate this, Rick. This is awesome. You don't know what this means to me.
Yeah, buddy.
Pounding in the fundamentals really helped, Rick. I got to say, the waterboarding was my least favorite part.
3 days in Sarasota was nothing compared to Waukegan.
Oh my God!
Every time Jim hears a dripping faucet, he has flashbacks.
No, it was excellent education for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. I had this cued, but Tommy.
Awesome. So awesome.
Couldn't be a better dealer out there, dealer and friend. We are
For
very
sure.
honored to call you a friend. So
yeah, this is fantastic. Like I said, I'm not very rarely speechless. I'm kind of speechless right now.
Jim's a little speechless too.
Yep.
Yep.
There's no video on this morning.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it is a good thing that there's no video on this thing, because I'm still
We're
in
in
my
pajamas.
Yeah.
No, it's an exaggeration, but
All good.
yeah,
All good.
that's the way things work now. So
yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
All righty. Well, we're going to be wrapping up here in just a second, and I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. Jim's always speechless.
Yeah.
That's
so. Yeah, Rick, I got to say it was, and Tommy and I both talked about it. And I think we shared with you already that, when we were at NABD in November and we did a dealer panel, and I'd already invited Tommy and Gordy Tormolin out of Illinois to be on our panel.
Oh yeah.
At the last minute, we grabbed somebody else to replace somebody who had to step out ill. And we ended up with 3 panelists, all of whom came through the DCF program. And Rick, we still bump into plenty of folks out there that are operating and enjoyed many years of success, as a result of the program that you put together. And so, hats off to you. And today, White, hats off to you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys, and I really enjoyed working with you guys, and look forward to continuing.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Rick. I don't know when the next NABD thing will be this fall, but I'm already signed up, and I don't know when it is yet. So I hope to see you there.
Look forward to seeing you guys there.
You bet. Thanks again, Rick.
All right.
Excellent.
See you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, so we are leaving Round Rock today and heading to Houston for a couple of days. We've got a couple of dealers that we're going to be swinging in and taking a moment to see their operations and get to know them a little bit better, and really looking forward to doing that. And also, I think that we're going to swing in and see y'all, Amanda and Hugo.
Yeah.
And so hopefully you're bringing we'll have to see if we can get someone to bring baby Hugo in,
Yeah,
so we can meet him as well. But we're going to start making our way back to Florida, and those of you who know maps,
I hope we remember the way. We've been gone a while.
Well, I haven't slept in my own bed since the middle of June.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. But if you know that you're gonna be along our way and would like us to swing in and say hello and check out what it is that you're building and ask a couple of questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy if it's that route that's taking us straight back to Clearwater, Florida.
Right.
We'd love to.
And one more quick mention for those of us that are those tuned in that know Tommy from the BHPH Success Group in particular. You know, his dealership's in Pennsylvania. On his 30th anniversary, he joined us for White Hat Wednesday.
It
so
was
I would
on his for 30th
yeah,
anniversary.
and so I would invite people to also go find that broadcast, and you can hear some of Tommy's story about you know how his 30 years have gone and kind of what he credits his success. So thanks, Tommy, for joining us this morning. That was fun.
Absolutely. So have you guys, it's Wednesday. You know, we got a couple more days left in the week, and we're ramping up for the Friday paydays.
Right.
And hope you guys have a fantastic day. And if you're still here at Round Rock, I may go do a water slide. So, you know, if you want a spectacle,
there you go.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. We'll chat with y'all later. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.